Hey guys, long time no see. This is going to be your Saturday video report. 32-13 run with my football free selections here the past couple of months after giving you Washington and BYU under the total last night. A free play coming up on your Belk Bowl side between Cincinnati and North Carolina, plus a couple of college basketball selections as well. All that and more coming up in this video report. As you know, this being Saturday, as I have done every single Saturday for the past couple of years, giving you a money-saving discount coupon code that potentially could save you hundreds of dollars off your total purchase today. And that coupon code today is 23%. That's 23, and then spell out the word percent, P-E-R-C-E-N-T, no space between 23 and the word percent. That'll save you 23% off your total purchase price today. And that is good for anything at the site, handicappers picks, handicappers packages, and that's where the savings add up. The only stipulation, however, you've got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time. So you can't come in and buy handicapper so-and-so's plays at 12 o'clock and then come back 2 hours later and buy handicapper B's pick. That doesn't work. Everything in your shopping cart at one time, and then you take 23% off the total purchase price. That's where you maximize your savings. And I do it every single Saturday, guys. So take advantage of it. Once again, 23%, 23, P-E-R-C-E-N-T will save you 23% off your total purchase price. It's like a broken record, but let's talk about Shawn Michaels. You know, Shawn is not an everyday handicapper. He only releases plays when he's personally involved in the games. Yesterday, he broke a 9-day layoff with another 100-dime winner in college football as he had Washington getting the job done against BYU. Today, not only is he going for winning day number 74 out of 109, but it's another 100-dime College Bowl release. His line error lock on Louisville and Miami of Florida, the Russell Athletic Bowl in Orlando. It kicks off at 6:45 Eastern Time. He is 11-2 this season with 100-dime college football side selections. Not only Washington last night, but you may recall a couple of Saturdays ago, the Mountain West Conference title game, he cashed in with Fresno State against Utah State. And then 3 weeks ago, it was a Pac-12 lock of the year as he scored with Arizona State over Arizona. 43-20 run in the NFL the past 4+ seasons with 100-dime releases. This play is just as strong. 36-17 with 50-dime plays in all sports the past 7 months, and this play is double the strength. Bottom line is this, guys. Shawn Michaels, his last 110 plays, he's had 110 of them over the past 7+ months. He has gone 73, 35, and 2 with those releases. 73 wins, 35 losses, and 2 pushes, and $10 bettors have won a little over $24,000 with those selections. So again, 100-dime play today on the Louisville and I almost said North Carolina, Miami of Florida side. That, of course, in the Russell Athletics Bowl. Russell Athletic. Oh, I hate these stupid names for these damn bowls. The XYZ Bowl. Who the hell cares? Can't you just call it like the Citrus Bowl or something? It's being played in the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Can't we do that? Anyway, that's the game he has. Now, listen, also want to talk to you about Brad Wilton. Brad Wilton, $10 bettors have won a little over $7,000 following his selection since July. Yesterday, you got his 60-dime total winner, number 11 out of 15, Syracuse and Minnesota staying under the number. You got that play for just $9 a play, over twice as strong today. 150-dime college football winner, number 4 out of 5. His bowl game of his career, it's also Louisville, Miami of Florida. He is on the same exact side as Shawn Michaels, who I just spoke about. So if you have one, you don't need the other, but you know it's a consensus. Now, ironically, Anthony Redd, who is going for 100-dime college football winner number 6 out of 8, is also on the Miami, Florida side. Guys, he is on the opposite side. So I wanted to pass that on to you. So you got Shawn Michaels and Brad Wilton on this side of the game, Anthony Redd on that side of the game. Anthony coming off 40-dime winners last night on Syracuse and Washington. Of course, 70-dime winner number 2 in a row. And the only handicapper to turn a profit on Thursday here at the site when Pittsburgh cashed as a 6-point dog outright over Bowling Green. So Chris Jordan He's going to be the $5 play of the day today. Yesterday, of course, cashed in with his 1,000-star top-rated winner number 5 in a row. His College Bowl game of the year. Marshall easily over Maryland. That was 1,000-star winner, FYI, number 25 out of 39 overall. Today, 400-star total line mistake. The Belk Bowl total. Cincinnati and North Carolina. The over-under from Chris Jordan, who has made $1 bettors, a little over $2,200 the past dozen days. And it's the $5 play of the day. All you've got to do is use coupon code CHRIS5, C-H-R-I-S, and the number 5. A couple of handicappers, including Jeff Benton, taking a pass on the bowl action today. Benton instead turning to college basketball for his 100-dime college basketball winner number 13 out of 16 over the past 2 years. Louisville, Kentucky, just as strong as his 100-dime winner on Louisville against Michigan and last year's national title game. And guys, you can save $85 on the purchase price of this play simply by using coupon code Benton85. Benton85. Quickly want to talk about Trace Adams, another hot handicapper here. Normally, a 1,000-star play is his top-rated selection. Often he raises the bar to 1,500-star releases. Today, 2,000-star, double your wager bowl game of the year, Cincinnati, North Carolina side. He's already hit 2 1,500-star plays this College Bowl season with Colorado State outright last Saturday and Oregon State in a blowout on Tuesday night in the Hawaii Bowl. This play is stronger than even those selections. And finally, I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention Craig Davis. Today, going for winning day number 21 out of 28 overall, right? Nice 4-week run, but also winning day number 8 out of 9. And over the past 27 days, he's made $10 bettors over $5,000. Had a 50-dime winner last night on Washington against BYU. Today, 50-dime winner again is bowl total winner, Michigan and Kansas State. I think that's the Wild Wings Bowl tonight. Can you tell I didn't bother with that game? Anyway, listen, you can save money on the purchase of Craig's play tonight. It's save $90, in fact. Save $90 as he goes for winning day number 21 out of 28 and 8 out of 9 simply by using coupon code CD90. Craig Davis, CD90. His initials and the number 90 as he looks to push that bankroll over the past 4 weeks up over $5,500. Let me talk here about this first game, or one of your first games in College Bowl action today. The Belk Bowl kicks off at 3:20 Eastern Time. This, of course, is being played in Charlotte. So naturally, North Carolina is going to have quite a few fans there, as Chapel Hill is a hop, skip, and a jump from Charlotte. This game being played at the Bank of America Stadium, where the NFL's Panthers happen to play. But keep something in mind. You know, it's not like Cincinnati isn't used to being here, because Cincinnati won the Belk Bowl last year, thanks to quarterback Brendan Kay, who, of course, is a senior playing his final game. Last year, rallied Cincinnati for 2 scores in the final 2 minutes of play as they beat Duke in that contest a year ago to win it and earned MVP honors in the process. You know, Brendan Kay had injury problems early in the season. But the fact is, he put together one hell of a good season for Cincinnati, a Cincinnati team that had reeled off 6 straight wins before losing to Louisville. Yeah, I know. I was on the wrong side of that game. Hurts me even to remember that. Losing to Louisville in the final regular season game at home in overtime. Bottom line, he completed over 68% of his passes this year, 22 touchdown passes, 11 interceptions, and he really benefited from an outstanding offensive line that only gave up 10 sacks when he was quarterbacking this season. He had the 4 touchdown passes in last year's Belk Bowl to earn, as I said, the MVP honors. Now, North Carolina, a team that started slowly, 1-5, then caught fire, winning 5 of its final 6 games. You know, everybody says, rightfully so, it is a fact that North Carolina played a tougher schedule. Sometimes when I hear that fact or that phrase bantered about, I often have to think to myself, yeah, but how did they fare against that tougher schedule? Well, in North Carolina's case, they really didn't fare that well. They got hammered usually by the teams that should have beaten them this year, and then they took care of business against the teams that they should have beaten. So after a 1-5 start, yeah, they rallied for 5 straight wins. They beat Boston College at home, big deal. Okay, they won at NC State, big deal. They won at home against Virginia, who cares? They won at Pittsburgh, granted a decent win, But Pittsburgh and North Carolina, they're about evenly matched as you get. And then they absolutely trounced Old Dominion. I mean, they had a cupcake on their schedule in November. Oh, then they lost their finale at home against Duke 27-25. Cincinnati, Tommy Tuberville, 9-win season. And this is a guy who's won 7 out of 10 bowl games in his career. I like Cincinnati plus the points in this particular contest. I'll take the 3 points in this one. Listen, North Carolina, not an effective running team, okay? After Bryn Renner got hurt this year, they turned to Marquise Williams as their quarterback. And Williams, listen, he threw for over 1,500 yards, 14 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions. He was also the team's leading rusher. What does it tell you when your quarterback is the team's leading rusher? You got nobody else, okay? With 409 yards rushing, but this Cincinnati team, albeit playing a weaker schedule, I will grant you that, still number 9 in total defense in the country. Rushing defense, number 5 in the country, giving up under 99 yards a game. Pass defense, more than respectable, 33rd in the country when you consider there's 123 Division I-A teams. North Carolina, on the other hand, ACC, their run defense, last in the conference, gave up 183 yards a game. And Cincinnati doesn't have that one standout running back, but they have a bevy of running backs which have done particularly well this season. And as the season progressed and Hosea Williams got healthier, you saw this guy average almost 6 yards a carry. So even though it's pretty much of a home game for North Carolina, even though they played the tougher schedule, I like Cincinnati to win this game. Hey, Bearcats covered 5 out of 6 as a dog, too. So anyway, Cincinnati's to play there. College basketball. I like Duke minus the 17.5 points in a game that tips off at 2 o'clock Eastern time at home against Eastern Michigan. Blue Devils last played 9 days ago when they beat UCLA at Madison Square Garden, 80-63. No look-ahead game. They only are going to be hosting Elon on New Year's Eve. I don't think the Blue Devils are going to come out here today and look at Eastern Michigan going, my God, we can't focus on them because we've got an Elon coming up in a couple of days. Eastern Michigan, biggest step-up games this season. They lost at Kentucky 81-63 back in late November, lost to Purdue by 5 points. Here's the thing I look at Duke. Rodney Hood, Jabari Parker, the freshman, gets all the press, right? But Rodney Hood is the guy who is leading the ACC in shooting percentage from the field, hitting 55% of his shots. And Hood and Parker have combined to average for almost 41 points a game, and they account for a little over 47% of the Blue Devils scoring. This is one of those games that I think Duke can just kind of coast here for a while, put the pedal down, and pull away in the second half and win this game by 21-24 points. So I would go with the Duke Blue Devils in that particular contest. Now, your other free play today, I'm going to take a look at the game between Louisville and Kentucky. Yeah, that little game. Last year, Louisville almost blew, and coughed up a big lead before holding on for a win to snap a 4-game slide in the series. This one, of course, at Rupp Arena. Listen, Louisville's only loss this season came against North Carolina 93-84, a North Carolina team that also beat Kentucky 82-77. Kentucky, of course, struggling at the point guard position this year, 4 freshmen in the starting lineup. Yes, the Wildcats have size, but the Cardinals have depth. The Cardinals have the advantage in the backcourt, even though their backcourt, with Russ Smith leading the way, much smaller in size than their Kentucky counterparts. But here, ultimately, again, it comes down to the depth and the contributions that Rick Pitino is getting as opposed to Coach Cal from his reserves. Kentucky or the Louisville Cardinals, they have 9 guys playing at least 17 minutes a game, and they've got at least 8 guys scoring an average of 5 points a game. By comparison, Kentucky's got 6 guys averaging at least 17 minutes a game. Coach Cal has just really narrowed down his playing rotation this season, and they've only got 5 guys averaging 5+ points a game. So I think the bench for the Cardinals here overcomes the height advantage of Kentucky, and even though the game's at Rupp, I like Louisville at what I consider a bargain basement price of 2.5. One more game here. I'm going to give you one more game, guys. I like Massachusetts to rebound from its first loss of the season, 10-0 start, lost at Florida State last Saturday, Awful game from UMass. And yet they were still in position to beat the Seminoles in Tallahassee in the final minute. They shot only 33% from the field, 17 turnovers in the game, 1 for 15 from three-point land. But why I like UMass today against Providence is the fact that UMass is more than just a veteran team for numerous reasons. I mean, this is a team who, they've got a couple of forwards starting that are both seniors that are 23 years old. Chaz Williams, their best player, the point guard, and 2 other backcourt guys, they're all 22 years old. That maturity, I think, lends itself to not only their success this season, but their resiliency and their ability to rebound today. So that's why I like them. Minus 8.5 points at home against Providence. Listen, the Friars have won 3 in a row, but this is a thin team. Lost their starting point guard this season. Lost 2 highly touted freshmen for the year. Sat out the first 12 games of the season, and then just this past Monday ruled academically ineligible, wouldn't be able to return for the rest of the team for some type of, or not academically ineligible for some type of team rules violations undisclosed. And their 3 straight wins, I mean, big deal. They beat Yale by 2 points at home, beat up Maine at home. Yale and Maine, beat up Rhode Island by 1 point on the road. Last big game, they lost to Kentucky 79-65 back on December 1st. I'm not saying UMass is as good as Kentucky, but since I don't really think Kentucky is that good other than in paper alone, what can I tell you? This is a Minuteman team that has played 6 teams with an RPI in the top 100, 3 of them in the top 35. This is a team that beat New Mexico by 16, outscored BYU by 9. Who else did they beat? Boston College, LSU, Clemson along the way, played Florida State tough in Tallahassee. UMass comes in here with an RPI of 2. To be honest with you, Providence hasn't played anybody. They played 2 top 100 RPI teams, only 2, Kentucky and Vanderbilt. What can I tell you? And Kentucky was ranked number 22 and Vanderbilt was ranked number 58. So I think UMass bounces back here. If UMass was 12 or 13 points, I'd be concerned. But at 8.5, 9 points, I say go ahead and play them today. So that'll do it for today's video report. Good luck to you all. And final Sunday of the NFL regular season tomorrow. Can't believe it. It's almost over. And then we start the playoffs. And then we got even more bowl games. So I'll talk to you then, guys.